Lab 5, Objective 1, which is a simple analog write that when the value is set to like 255 and I upload it, that it will change the brightness up to full brightness by putting it to something like 25 and uploading it. Make it dimmer. And then if I do something like 2, which is very low, and upload it, it becomes very dim. So that's 2. And this is going back to 255. So for this, power comes in from the Arduino to the breadboard. There's one line from positive going to the potentiometer and negative going to the potentiometer. And the wiper is connected to the positive of the motor, and the negative is just hooked up directly to the ground. So then when you turn the potentiometer, it gets faster and it gets slower. So in Objective 3, power comes in from the Arduino to the breadboard. Positive pin goes to the motor. Negative pin goes to the center pin of the transistor. The left pin goes to the board. Right pin goes to negative with a diode to smooth. There is a positive lead going to one side of the potentiometer and a negative lead going to the other side, with the wiper having a lead that goes to A0. And when the potentiometer is turned, the motor turns. Oops. When I turn it down, it slows. When I turn it up, it spins faster. So this is Objective 4 for the lab. Power comes in from the breadboard, from the Arduino, not the breadboard, Arduino to the breadboard, the power going directly to the motor, and the negative being attached to the transistor, which has a lead. I reused a lot from the previous one. I just added the button. But the negative goes to the middle pin. The output on pin 9 goes to the left pin on the transistor, and the negative goes to the right pin. There's a diode. Then for smoothing, we have a jumper going to pin 2 for it, a 10k ohm resistor for a pull-up, and the gray cables for negative. Move this. And then for this, positive and negative go to the potentiometer, and this cable is attached to the wiper. It comes over here to A0. Now, with this, if the potentiometer is turned down, it won't turn on if the button's pressed. When it's over 500, it's pressed, it turns on. So under, it won't, but over, it will. So this is my code for it that states that the button is on pin 2 and the pot is on pin 0. This states what is an input and what is an output. So pin 2 is an input and pin 9 is my output. For my looping code, my button, it will get a digital read, so either high or low from pin 2. The pot goes and gets an analog read, so that can be it varies up and down from analog pin 0. The serial print line goes and reads from the potentiometer, or from the pot pin, which is an analog reading. And then it's my if statement, which is if the button is low, because it's a pull-up, it goes and it reverses, and the potentiometer is greater than 500, then it goes and it turns on pin 9. But if this is not correct, or if this is not true, then it goes to the else statement and goes and it runs, it tells it that just to stay low.